We don't think it's worthy to cancel or, you know, divest from artists when they're colorist to dark-skinned people, dark-skinned women, because we don't actually see dark-skinned women as worthy of respect. And we see these things happen in real time, and there are more people defending them in that moment to say, no, but look, they have one picture with one dark-skinned girl, than there are people who actually want to defend dark-skinned people. Hi, welcome to Maya's World. All right, you guys. A lot has happened from the last time I made a video. Between getting kicked out, I'm now in London. I made a coming out video on YouTube, and this is a new location. It's been a lot, y'all. It's been a lot, but I'm here, and I'm very impassioned about the topic for today, which is discussing colorism, Tory Lanez, Miss Mulatto, and hip hop. With that being said, I know that the concept of hip hop and colorism, I could probably have like a fucking dissertation talking about that, but I'm just gonna focus on like these kind of specific niches within it and have discussions from there because it's vast. All right, so I usually start off each video just defining to you what colorism is and also defining for you the labor that I put into this work. So I'm gonna start with the definition. Colorism is the discrimination of dark-skinned people. Okay, so dark-skinned people would be someone like myself, somebody like Gabrielle Sidibe, somebody like Lupita Nyong'o, somebody like Viola Davis, somebody like Tika Sumpter, all these beautiful, gorgeous women. And colorism isn't just something that happens on a personal level, it's a structural discrimination, which is the difference between being uncomfortable by something and being systematically oppressed by something. And I think that's really important when defining colorism, because I think people often means being uncomfortable, and that's not the same thing as being systematically oppressed. For example, colorism plays a role in every single facet in society, from economics or like financial to longer sentences in prison to dating to social capital. You get it, it's in every arena. And I feel like if y'all's faves talk about racism and they don't talk about colorism, it's a chop, yo. Like, you literally cannot be so impassioned by racism and not discuss colorism. Like, you are not actually looking at the full picture, and that is so important because the amount of people who have such large platforms that are light-skinned and will never talk about the privileges that they have in existing within a racial lens or within a racial discourse is wild. What are you doing? Also too, like, all of this labor that I do comes from the goodness of my heart. I do all my research, I think of these topics, and I do it because I honestly feel like colorism has been one of the biggest pains that I've ever experienced in my whole life. And I would, if I could make the path easier for our future generation, like the quicker we can actually address colorism, the better it is for future people, then I feel very committed and dedicated to that work, because no one should feel unloved for the darkness of their skin. And the darkness of our skin tells a story and is so beautiful and should be celebrated. And the fact that it literally means that we are treated poorly in society is just fucking mind-blowing. So if you want to support my work, you can Cash App me, you can Venmo me, you can PayPal me, you can join my Patreon. Oh, that shell hit my tooth. You can join my Patreon where I have exclusive content, and that is like a nicer way of like sustaining my content and sustaining me. You can join my Patreon and then Cash App me after. You know what I'm saying? Share my work, send my work to your friends, send my, like, reshare, subscribe to my channel, like, these are all ways that help me and sustain me in making this work. Yes. So, I have a lot to motherfucking say, because this is about, I don't even want to say his name, but my whole video is kind of talking about this, but it's about Tory Lanez, also known as Tory Lanez. And I don't know if y'all know who he is. If y'all know who he is, even better. But if you do know who if you don't know who he is, I'm trying to give you context. He's a rapper who physically assaulted Meg Thee Stallion. He shot her in the foot recently, and I think a day after Breonna Taylor's murderers the police officers were set free and like not charged, he released this diss tape talking about how Megan was lying and all these terrible things, and all these ashy hotep rappers came to his defense, and it's a mess. But what I want to talk about Tory Lanez, I think is interesting, is I want to talk about Tory Lanez and colorism, because a lot of people are canceling Tory Lanez now because he shot Meg Thee Stallion, and as so. But I want to bring a case that a lot of times colorist people, colorist rappers, have created so much more violence to the point of what we find to be the breaking point. You know? And I think about this concept of cancel culture and like who really gets canceled, because Tory Lanez was never canceled for colorism. A lot of these rappers who come to defend Tory Lanez will not be canceled for doing that. They're allowed to keep going. And I feel like when I say someone is colorist, like if I say this rapper is colorist, I have to always put together every fucking thing as to why they're colorist. But literally, if a rapper only uses light-skinned women, or a majority of the girls that he uses every video is light-skinned girl, because when someone's gonna write me and be like, wait, look, there's one dark-skinned girl like in the back, in the far, far back corner. He loves dark-skinned girls. It's like, if he has 10 girls and 9 are light, that's colorist. He's a colorist rapper, period. I don't know why I have to like defend this. And I also had someone tell me they don't like the term like defining someone as colorist because it's too violent. Y'all, colorism is violent. I'm not gonna use softer terms on something that is actually violently affecting people. It's okay to call someone colorist. I'm not saying that you are going to hell. You can reform. But in that action, you're colorist. And he has stayed never using dark-skinned girls. He has stayed only using light-skinned people. He staged himself to look like a good guy caring about dark-skinned women, and it was literally a lie. Like, I'll put the whatever. And I also think the people who came to defend Tory Lanez in this moment were all colorist people. And I'm like, why don't we think about that? Like, one of the people, like someone who made fun of Megan when she got shot was 50 Cent. The same 50 Cent who said this.
Angry. You see a lot of sisters, they go, oh, you fucking with this kind of girl or that kind of girl. That shit is exotic.
Stupid.
That shit look a lot different from the shit that you see in the neighborhood. So I go, look at this angry black motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. You're trying to fuck up the whole vibe.
Another person who came and weirdly defended Megan and then bought Tory Lanez a car was Rick Ross, who's colorist as hell. The same Rick Ross who had this in a music video.
That SMRBA, that's my car. Ricky, you ain't never gonna get that car. Don't worry, you're gonna get that car someday, Ricky. Balls.
So, all the rappers that we love right now literally are colorists and don't like black women. But why is it, and here's my whole pitch, is like, why is it that when rappers and artists disrespect dark-skinned women on a day-to-day basis, if it's not through literally never having them represented in music videos, it's through their lyrics actually just saying that we're fucking ugly, i.e. Chris Brown, or it's literally through them beating dark-skinned women, actually putting their hands on dark-skinned women, or through anything like this, like, there are so many rappers who are violent towards dark-skinned women, and it's not only, I don't know why the standard is like them having to come out and just blatantly say they hate. Like, I remember when Chris Brown had, or Lil Wayne had his colorist lyric, and everyone was like, oh, they're mad because he just blatantly was like, I don't like dark-skinned women. Why does it take that when he had hundreds of videos with no dark-skinned women in it ever? That should be a sign. And what I'm trying to say is, we don't think it's worthy to cancel or, you know, divest from artists when they're colorist to dark-skinned people, dark-skinned women, because we don't actually see dark-skinned women as worthy of respect, of worthy of being there to defend someone. And we see these things happen in real time, and there are more people defending them in that moment to say, no, but look, they have one picture with one dark-skinned girl, than there are people who actually want to defend dark-skinned people. In real time right now, there is an artist called Miss Mulatto. That name in itself, shorty, that name in itself needs to have a whole what is that? Okay? But somehow we gave her the benefit of the doubt. We're like, her name is literally rooted in colorism, but maybe she's not colorist. 2 weeks later, or 2 days later, I don't know how long it took before the colorism just seeps out, of like an interview of her talking about how she was discriminated against for being light skinned, which isn't a thing. I don't know if you guys, you literally are not systematically oppressed because you're light skinned, period. But also then she has a video where she's calling her brown skinned friend an orangutan. And other things, like, she's colorist. But when I say this, y'all are gonna be in the comment section defending her and saying, but look, she has a picture with a dark skin. Aren't y'all tired of the lies? Don't y'all hate when you call a white person racist and then they show you their black friend or the charity that they donated to with black people in it? But somehow y'all have all the smoke to defend colorist people and never defend dark-skinned femmes? Never defend the fact that we're systematically oppressed? Never defend the fact that we are creators of so much and get credit barely, if at all? The fact that we get erased from history? Where's the smoke? And that's what I don't get, and that's how I think all these things are related. Tory Lanez has been colorist, just like Lil Duval, who came to defend Tory Lanez, who's literally transphobic as fuck. But we love to sing, living my best life, ain't going back and forth with you. You know what I'm saying? That's Lil Duval. Why are we playing his music? That motherfucker is mad colorist. We have all the fucking time for him, even though he was literally transphobic, literally colorist, and now he's defending Tory Lanez. And all these artists, Chris Brown, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, all of them, everyone has, you know what I mean? Like, but we don't find that to be a valid reason to not play someone, to not invest energy into somebody. Like, you realize that you could fix, if all of us were like, hey, I don't really like that this artist shits on dark-skinned women, I'm not gonna listen to this person, that would make that artist have to actually address why he shits on dark-skinned women. But if we know they shit on dark-skinned women and we still listen and we still play their music and we still dance in the club to their music, then that actually is not gonna have anything get better. If anything, they're gonna learn that they can disrespect dark-skinned women and still make profit. And that's the hip hop that we know. It's literally built off the backs of black women, dark-skinned women, and everyone is so comfortable with just shitting on us. And you know, even with this horrible situation with Breonna Taylor, I'm so surprised that no one even talks about colorism within that. There are so many conversations that need to happen on the brutalization that happens to dark-skinned women in media, in real life, behind scenes, but we don't want to address that. And that's upsetting. It's upsetting that hip-hop does not care for dark-skinned women. And we are so comfortable with just giving crumbs and hoping that we're happy. And maybe having Tory Lanez come out and be like, wait, we should have a dark-skinned girl on set. And then we reward it. Child, please, no. You know? So when you send me an artist and I say that person's colorist, on period, it's the done. That's the end. I don't fuck with colorist people, period. And if you have more smoke defending why they're not colorist than you do defending dark-skinned people, I don't got time for you either, shorty. So this is my, I don't know, 4th colorism and 5th colorism, and I'm gonna try and make another one when my spirit tells me so. But this was one that was heavy on my heart, and I know black people, black women, black femmes are like mourning this Breonna Taylor case and feeling bad for Megan Thee Stallion and feeling bad about how black women are treated like shit, and then we literally are being told at the same, as we're mourning, like vote, 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 vote. Like, as we are often the ones who have been voting to, you know what I mean? Like, black women have always been on point for voting. Like, it's exhausting, but I've made my case, child. I'm done.